Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to another great tutorial of The Social, a social media app with the help of Flutter and Firebase. So if you have followed me in my previous two tutorials, we have implemented the functionality of sending messages to the users, that is under our chat room, also asking the user whether to join the particular chat room or not. So if you haven't seen the previous two tutorials, make sure you have checked that out, also code that out. So with that said, let's start off today's tutorial by sending stickers under our chat rooms, also showing the time of the particular message, that is particular message was being sent under our chat room. So for that purpose, let's go under our project folder. So here we can go under our group message. So first of all, let's have a background color to our entire scaffold. So for that purpose, we can go to our top and have a background color for constant colors of dark color. So now once the following thing is done, format document once. So first of all, we need to show a user a following particular sheet after pressing over the following sunflower, and the sheet shall be nothing but our entire stickers. So for that purpose, we can come down under our single choice scroll view, and if you remember, we have our entire text field here. Also we have our circle avatar having wrapped under our gesture director. So here on tapping over it, we should be able to show the user a bottom sheet for having all of the stickers. So for that purpose, let's go under our helpers and create a new bottom sheet for showing all the stickers. So for that purpose, we can simply have a new method of show stickers. It will be taking a build context to be a context. Here let's return a show model bottom sheet, my favorite widget if you have followed me in these tutorials. So here let's have a builder under a form of context. So here let's return a new container, easy a container. So under the following container, first of all let's have height for media query, because we need to make our application responsive. So here let's have media query dot off for size of height into 0.5. Also let's have a width for media query dot off for size of width, and after that let's have some more decoration for box decoration. So under box decoration, first of all let's have border, that is border radius for border radius dot only, and for only I can have top left for a radius, alright, a radius, and here let's have radius for circular of 12, and same thing shall be amplified over top right. So format document once. So once we have done our decoration, that is our border, let's have somewhat color to it. So here let's have color for constant colors of dark color, easy. So once we have done the following things here, let's have all the children under our container. So as the children, I can simply return a new column. Instead of having an old container, let's have an animated container. So under an animated container, it will be taking a duration. So here let's have duration for duration under a form of seconds of 1. Also let's have somewhat curves. So here let's have curves, alright, a bad spelling, for curves of ease in, or you can have any sort of curve, ease in. So here under children, first of all I shall be having a divider. So under a following divider, let's have a thickness. So under thickness, I can provide thickness of 4. Also let's have a color for constant colors of white, and here let's wrap our entire divider under a padding and remove the constant and have a symmetric one. So here under symmetric, let's have symmetric from horizontal of 150, alright, not 115 but 50, easy. So format document once. So after having the particular padding, we shall be having all of our data under a type of a size box. So under the following size box, I shall be having a height for media query dot off for size of height into 0.3, also a width, and after that let's have a child to at the form of a stream builder. It will be under a type of a query snapshot, and here let's have all the stream. Now here on the screen you may see a new collection of mine created under Cloud Firestore for all the stickers, and the following collection contains all the stickers of particular stickers, that is images. So here first of all let's have Firebase Firestore dot instance, alright, an instance of collection of all the stickers, easy. Let's have all the snapshots, and here let's have a builder as in a form of context, also a snapshot. Let's have a if condition for if snapshot dot connection state is under a connection state of waiting. We shall be simply returning a new center. I used to think under our center, first of all let's have a child for circular progress indicator, and after that let's have our else block as well. So under our else, I can simply return a new grid view So under our grid view, first of all it will be taking a grid delegate. So here under our first of all under grid delegate, let's have a grid delegate for sliver, grid delegate with fixed cross axis count, and here under this let's have axis count as well. So here let's have cross axis count for 3, easy, and once the following thing is done, we can have all the children. So here as in the form of children, I can have a snapshot dot data dot docs, that is all the query snapshots, and map them under a type of a document snapshot, easy. Here let's have a to list form. Alright, let's remove this and have a document snapshot to be a document snapshot. Alright, a document snapshot, easy thing. So format document once. So here under our entire children of our grid view, I shall be simply returning a gesture director. Under the following gesture director, let's have on tab property to be null for now, and here let's have a child as first. So here as in child I can have a container. So under my container I shall be simply having a height of 40, also a width of 40, and after that let's have somewhat child to our entire container for image dot network. Alright, a network. Under the following network as in the form of source, I can simply have document snapshot dot data. Under this let's fetch the image. So once this thing is done, format document once. So now let's test it out. So here I can simply do one thing, that is print the following image source. So for that let's have document snapshot dot data under the following image. Let's try it out. So now under our onPress method of our gesture director, I can simply have provider dot of for a context of group message helper. Alright, group message helper. Let's have listen property to false, and after that let's have show sticker sync. Alright, easy thing. So format document once. Now once the following thing is done, let's try it out. So after pressing over this, we are getting our clean sheet, and under our entire sheet, alright, we are getting all of our stickers, all of the funny stickers. I have added all of the funny stickers here. So now what we will be simply doing is increase the size of our entire container to 0.4. Now let's try opening it out one more time. Easy, we are getting all of our stickers which are quite funny. So now what we will be doing is above the following size box, I shall be having an entire category thing for our particular stickers. So for that purpose, here I can have a size box, easy. Under this let's have height. So for height and width, I can copy the following thing and paste it here, and here let's have height of 0.3. So now after having this, let's have a child. So under child let's have a new row. So under row we can have all of our children, that is all of the categories. So for now under our category I can have a container. Under the following container, first of all let's have somewhat small height of 30, also a width of 30, and after that let's have child to be image from my asset, and here from my asset we can go under my puffpage.yaml file and let's copy the any of the following image. So for now I can simply copy sunflower and paste it here as in the form of asset for only testing purpose. So after this let's have somewhat decoration for box decoration. So under my box decoration, first of all I shall be simply having a border radius for border radius of circular, and here let's have circular of 5. Also let's have somewhat border. So for border I can simply write border dot all. Under this all I can have a color for constant colors or blue color, easy thing. So format document once, and let's try opening it out one more time. So after pressing over this, we are getting our category here. So now what we will be doing is simply increasing the size of our entire size box, that is our sticker size box. So let's try opening it out one more time. Alright, we are getting bottom overflowed. So let's have for 0.35 and try opening it out one more time. Easy, we are getting all of our stickers which are quite funny. I am quite laughing over them because I love memes. So now once the following thing is done, let's copy the following container one more time and paste. So now let's try it out one more time. So after pressing over this, alright, we are getting our entire container. So now we can simply do one thing, remove them and only have a single container, because after some time we are going to load all of the category of our sticker from my Cloud Firestore. So now let's try opening it out one more time. Alright, a single container of sunflower, no worries. So now what we will be doing is after pressing over any of the sticker, we should be able to send a sticker under our chat room. So for that purpose, let's create a new method for sending the stickers. So here let's have a new method for sending the stickers. So here let's have a new method of send stickers having a build context to be a context. Also we shall be requiring a string for the following sticker URL. So for here I can simply have a new sticker image URL thing of a string, and after that I shall be also requiring the ID of the chat room. So for that I can simply say string chat room ID. Easy. Let's make it asynchronous. And here once the following thing is done, under our following send sticker method I can simply await for Firebase Firestore.instance.collection. Under collection I can have chat rooms, and here let's have the particular doc. The document shall be referring to chat room ID. So here let's have chat room ID, and after that I can simply say collection of all the messages. So here let's have all the messages, and from there we can simply add all of the following messages. So here under this add field we shall be simply sending all of the data of the user who has posted the following sticker. So for that purpose, first of all let's have a sticker, and here let's have this data to be nothing but sticker image URL, and after this I shall be having username. Alright, not name but name. So for username I can simply say provider dot of under a context of Firebase operations. Alright, let's have a context, easy thing, and here let's have listen property to it to be false, and after that let's have the get init username, and also I can simply copy the entire method and paste it one more time. But here let's have user image, and here let's have get init user image, and after that we shall be also requiring time, the image, the following image what posted, that is the time the particular image what posted. So here let's have a timestamp dot now. So now let's try it out. So for trying it out we can go under our entire gesture editor of our entire image, and here on tapping it, instead of printing the following image I can simply send the following sticker. So here it will be taking a sticker URL as well. So for that I can simply pass on document snapshot dot data under a form of image of the particular sticker. Also it will be requiring a chat room ID. So for passing the chat room ID we can go at the top. So for this I can simply have the following string of chat room ID. Alright, a string of chat room ID as a form of argument. So I can simply copy this thing and paste it here. So let's have a semicolon and format document once. So once we have done this we can go back, and here it will be requiring a new variable for entire chat room ID. So for this we can go at the top and get the following document snapshot. So here let's have document snapshot. Alright, not document but document snapshot. So here instead of this let's have widget dot document snapshot dot id. Easy thing. So format document first. So now let's try it out. So I can come back, and here let's try posting it a sticker. Let's open our debug console if something is going wrong. It is always okay to see our debug console. So now after typing over it, easy, we are getting an error here. That means we are now getting our entire chat room, that is our sticker under our messages. Congratulations, we have successfully posted our sticker under our Cloud Firestore. So now the next major thing is simply asserting an if condition over the particular message of our entire message field, that is our message from our Cloud Firestore. So what do I mean by that? We can simply go at the top where we are getting all of our data, and here if you remember we are simply sending the message here, but now we don't have any message, but the only thing we have is all the stickers. That is, the following document does not consist the field of sticker but of the message. So we need to do one thing, that is remove the following text of message from here. So now let's try removing it out. Press Ctrl and S. Easy, we are only getting entire text of Dungeon Master, that is his image and also his name. So now we need to paste out here the following sticker. So first of all I shall be simply checking the here if document snapshot dot data, and from this if the following text of message, that is the message itself, if it is not equal to null. If the following thing is so, I can simply have a text. So here I can simply have my entire text of the particular message, but if the following message is null, I shall be showing the user the following container having the following sticker. So for that let's have a new container. Under the following container, first of all let's have somewhat height and width. So here let's have constant height of 100, also a width which will be constant for 100, and after that let's have the child. So for child I can simply have image.network. Under the following network, under the source, I can simply have document snapshot.data, and from this I can simply fetch on the sticker. Easy thing. So once this thing is done, press Ctrl and S. Let's check it out. We might get somewhat height and width constraints, but no worries. Alright, we are getting a sticker here successfully. So now we need to simply expand the following container on the basis of this condition of if the message is null or not. So for that purpose, first of all, let's go at the top of our entire container, and here we have our entire height. So here first of all, let's have our condition. If the following thing will be null, we shall be having the following height. That is, if the following message is not equal to null, we shall be having this much height. Else we can simply copy the following statement, paste it here, and here let's have somewhat bigger height. Let's test it out. Format document once. Easy. So now we need to simply expand the following container as well. So for that, let's copy the entire container from here. Let's go at the bottom of this container, and here if you remember, we have somewhat height and width. So now we need to simply resolve the following problem of showing the sticker under our entire column, that is our container. So for that, if you remember, we have our entire row. So under our entire row, we have our entire max height and max width to our entire container. So first of all, let's visualize everything about what the following thing is happening. So here we have our decoration to the following big container. So let's go under the following decoration, and here instead of blue gray color, let's have a red color. Easy, let's have red color as well. Cool. So we have this much container here, which is simply bottom overflowing. So here for having the following container, we can go at the top, that is come somewhat bottom down here. That is for the following this container, we can go at the top, and here first of all, let's have somewhat height and width based on the following condition of our entire document snapshot. So first of all, we can simply come down over here and have document snapshot dot data, and from this, if the following message is not equal to null, we shall be simply having a height of 0.1. Else I can simply copy the following media query and have our else block and paste it here, but here let's have different height of 0.4. Easy thing, and we shall be carrying out same operation for our max width. So here let's copy the following thing and paste it here. Alright, let's copy the following thing and paste under our max width as well, but here let's have the value of 0.8, and similarly for 0.9. Easy thing. Easy. So now the following sticker is visible to us. So let's do one thing, go at the bottom and make the following changes under our decoration as well. So for that, here let's have a blue gray color, also a blue gray color as well. Let's test it out. So easy, we are getting a sticker. Let's try adding one more sticker and check what's happening. Alright, one more sticker is added here. Congratulations, we are doing great job. We have successfully added all of our stickers. So for now, we can go at the here, and here let's have somewhat padding from top, from top of it. Let's check it out. Easy, it's looking amazing. So now let's try sending a message instead of a sticker. So here let's try sending any of the following message. So let's try dropping hi or any sort of thing as you like. Let's try sending hi. So let's try hello, and let's try sending it out. Alright, we are getting a text as well of Dungeon Master. Absolutely, we are doing a absolute job, man. We have successfully implemented the sticker thing and also the following thing of our text, that is hello. So in this way, we have simply concluded that we are now successfully able to add messages as in the form of stickers under our chat rooms. So now once the following thing is done, let's implement our second objective, which is showing timestamp under our particular messages. So for that purpose, we can create a new method for simply verifying the message. So for that purpose, we can come down here and have a new method for show last message and time. So here it will be taking nothing but simply a dynamic time, that is time data, and here under this method, first of all, let's have a timestamp. So here let's have a form of time that should be referring to time data. So once we have done this, let's have a date time. Alright, a date time for a date time, and this should be simply referring to time dot date, that is to date. And once the following thing is done, we can simply create a new field under our message time, that is our entire class, So here let's have a new string of last, that is last message time. Let's have its getter as well. So here let's have string get last message time. That should be simply simplifying over last message. Cool. So once the following thing is done, let's import the following library of TimeAgo as well. But if you are watching this tutorial for the first time, let me show you that under your POSPAY.yaml file, you have to get a dependency of nothing but TimeAgo, which is somewhere between here. So once we are getting the following dependency, we can come back and simply import. So here we can simply write TimeAgo and we can import the following thing as TimeAgo, easy thing. So once we have done this, let's go at the bottom of our initialization of the method, and here I can simply have last message time should be equal to, and this should be equal to TimeAgo dot format, and here it will be taking a date. So for date I can simply say date time, easy thing. So once we have done this, let's print out the time as well. So for here let's have print last message time, and after that let's notify all the listeners. So once we have done this, press Ctrl and S, and let's go at the top where we are simply getting all of our messages, that will be between somewhere of document snapshot, and here I can simply have the following time. So here let's have the method of last, that is show last message, and here it will be taking a time data as well. So for time data I can simply say document snapshot dot data, and from this let's fetch all the time, easy thing. So once we have done this, format document first. So now once we have implemented the following method, we should be showing the foreign time to the user under his following container. So for that purpose, let's go at the bottom of our stickers thing. Let's come out of this padding as well, and here we shall be simply having a new container. So here under the following container, alright, not a semicolon. So under my following container I can have a width of 80, and also let's have a child under a form of text for showing the time. So here for getting the time, I can simply say get last message time. Let's have somewhat styling to it for a text style. So under my text style, first of all let's have a color for constant colors of white. Also let's have font size for a small one of 6. Let's try it out by formatting document once. Alright, we have bottom overflowed, no worries. So here what I will be doing is simply increasing the size of my entire container. So first of all we can simply do one thing, increase somewhat size of our entire container. So here let's go at the following container, and here let's have somewhat size of 10. We are getting the time shown here under our entire text here. Press Ctrl and S. Alright, so we are getting our message here, that is 8 minutes ago. Now we just have to configure the following ticker string as well. So here let's have somewhat height of 8, and let's go at the top, and here let's have somewhat bigger height first of all. So we are only bottom overflowing by 6 pixels. So now we can come down here and have a height of 0.42. Press Ctrl and S. Now let's go at the bottom of our entire container, and here let's decrease somewhat size to it of 90. Press Ctrl and S. Also let's do one thing, that is increase the overall height. So now if you see, we are now getting all of our timestamps as well, that is of 18 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago and 9 minutes ago. So now let's try sending some more message, and let's see whether of what value we are getting our entire data. So here let's have somewhat different message of hey everyone, or any sort of thing. Let's send it. Alright, easy, we are getting our message here of nothing but just a moment ago. That is, if you observe a moment ago, congratulations, we have done a great job. You just have to simply pat your back, cause you and me are doing a great job. So I think we should stop right here, cause we have done 2 of the greatest jobs of the universe. I'm just kidding. We have successfully attached stickers under our entire chat room. Also shown the timestamp converted under a date time, that is TimeAgo. So now if I simply move under Avengers, here you can see we have our message here, which is hey everyone, which was sent before 3 days ago. So now we need to deploy a service through which the user shall be able to see the last message, also the time of the particular last message. But before jumping into our actual video, make sure that you have completed the following tutorials, that is the tutorial of building up a chat room, also creating the service of sending messages and receiving messages, also the service of TimeAgo under our messages itself. So if you have done that, we are good to go. So first of all we can move under our project folder, and here under our screens we can go under chat room, and here under our chat room helpers, if you remember, we are simply showing all of the chat rooms, and here under the particular chat rooms we have our title, trailing, subtitle and leading widget. which are the following widgets respectively. So now we can simply do one thing, remove the following text from here, and here I can simply remove the trailing widget as well, and here under my subtitles I can remove the text as well. So here under my subtitle, first of all I shall be having a stream builder for showing all of the query snapshots under my Cloudflare store. So here under my stream builder I can have here type of query snapshot itself. So here under my stream builder, first of all I shall be having a stream, and here the following stream shall be referring to Firebase Firestore.instance.collection, a collection of all the chat rooms. So here let's have chat rooms, and here we can simply have the particular document, and here under the following document it shall be taking document snapshot.id, and the following document snapshot is referring to the document snapshot that we are providing through our entire chat rooms, that is collection of all the chat rooms. So once the following thing is done, here we can have the entire collection itself, and here the following collection shall be referring to all the messages that the particular chat room has, and from here we can simply say order by, and here we can simply order all of our messages under a time field, and also we can denote the property of descending to true, easy, and after that we can get all of our snapshots. So once we have gotten all of our snapshots, we can have a builder. So here under the case of builder, I can have a context and also a snapshot, which will be under the type of a async snapshot. So here first of all I shall be having my if condition for a connection state of waiting 1. So here I can simply add snapshot.connection state. If the following snapshot is under a connection state of waiting, we can simply return a center, and under the following center, first of all I shall be having a child to be a circular progress indicator, easy thing. And once we have done this, we can have our next if condition. So here let's have else if snapshot.document.data.docs.first, and from the first I can have my data, and from this I can simply say username, and after this username I can have the property that the following username should not be equal to null. Also along with the following username I can have the next property of snapshot. Alright, let's come down, and here I can have a next instance of snapshot.data.docs.first.data, and from this the message itself, if the message will be text, and this shall be also not equal to be null, and here if the following thing is so, we can have our condition to it. So here under the following else if condition, I can simply return the entire text that we have nothing but the last message, easy. So format document first. So here under my last text I can simply remove the following last message, and here instead of that I can have a text under dollar quotation, and here I can simply have snapshot.data.docs, and from this docs I will take the first document, and from this I will take the data, and here I can simply say the following username, not name but name, easy, and the following username shall be simply denoting to his last message. So for that purpose we can simply do one thing, add a curly bracket here, and after that I can simply copy the entire data and paste it here. But before pasting it, let's have curly braces, easy, cool, format document once, and after that I can have my else if condition one more time, but here I can simply copy the entire thing of the condition, paste it here, but here instead of message I can have a sticker, because we are also providing the sticker to our entire document snapshot under our Cloudflare store. So here if the following thing is so, I can simply copy the following data one more time and paste it here. I can simply copy the entire text. Here let's have a return statement, and here under this, instead of having the message, I can simply say a sticker, easy thing. So format document once. So now once everything is done, we shall be requiring a return statement, that is a default return statement. So here I can simply say else return container, which will be simply having a width of 0, also a height of 0, easy thing. So let's test it out. So now after pressing Ctrl and S, easy, we are getting all of our data here. That is, if I simply move here, you may remember we have our message of hey everyone, but now we can do one thing, that is come down here and remove the extra one and press Ctrl and S. Now let's go back and let's move under chat rooms. Now here you can see we are simply seeing our last message of Dungeon Master. Now here if I simply move into this and let's drop another message, let's say I am fine, let's drop it, and now let's go back, let's go under messages, and here you can see we have our last message here of I am fine. Congratulations, we are doing a great job. Now the next thing for our today's objective will be simply showing the last timestamp of the particular chat. But before that, let me explain to you about what the following thing that we have done by now. So here if you see, we have an entire stream under our subtitle, and the following stream is returning all of our snapshots under a chat room, having a document snapshot, that is ID of document snapshot to be the particular document snapshot under chat rooms. And after that we are simply getting all of our collections, and under our collection I am ordering all of the messages under a time format, cause if you remember we have submitted all of our data under a field of time as well, that is having a particular timestamp. And after that we are simply asserting that descending property should be true, that is the last message should be appeared at first. And after that we are getting all of our snapshots, and here under our builder we have our context and snapshot. So here under my if condition, first of all I am checking if the connection state is under waiting state. If not, I am moving on to our next condition where I have my else if condition, and under this I am simply asserting that the username, also the message under a particular document should not be equal to null, and if it is so I am returning a text, and under its text I am returning a username and also his last message. And after that, if the last message contains stickers, we are showing him a sticker having the username and also a sticker thing. So now let's go here and demonstrate you about the sticker. So here after pressing this, we have a sticker here, and if you go back, here we have a sticker here. So now we need to remove this. Press Ctrl and S. Easy. So here we are getting a sticker. That means the user has not sent any message but simply a sticker. But also for else statement of our entire stream builder, I am returning a container which has nothing dimensions, that is 0 and 0. Now I deserve a like for this video. For my complete explanation, please hit that like button. So once the following thing is done of showing the last message, let's show the trailing widget as well. So here let's move out of our subtitle, that is somewhere here, and have a trailing widget. So here under my trailing widget I can have a container, and under my following container, alright, let's make it down here. So under my container, first of all I shall be having a width of 0, and after that I shall be having a child to be a stream builder, the usual stuff. And here let's have a query snapshot, and under my query snapshot, first of all I shall be having a stream under Firebase Firestore .instance.collection, a collection of all the chat rooms. And from here I will be getting a doc, and the following doc shall be referring to document snapshot.id, usual thing. And after that let's get the collection of all the messages, and once the following thing is done, let's order the following messages under a field of time, and let's get the last message to be appearing at first. And after that let's get all the snapshots. So once we have done this, let's have our builder. So under my builder I can have a context and similarly a snapshot. So here first of all let's have a if condition for loading state. So here let's copy the following if condition and paste it here. Nothing happens because we are only copying our own code. So once we have done this, let's have our else statement, alright, not an extra curly bracket. So here under else I can simply return a text, and under our text we need to simply return the entire text of last time of message. So for that let's construct a new method for showing the last message. So for that purpose we can simply do one thing, simply come down. So here I can simply say show last message time, and here it will be taking nothing but simply a dynamic variable of time data. And here I can simply say, alright, a timestamp for t should be equal to time data, alright, not minus but equal to time data. And here I can simply say date time as a type of date time for a date time should be equal to t.toDate, easy. And after that I can simply have my last message time. So for that I can simply go up and construct a new variable for it. So here I can simply say string let test message time, and here let's have its getter as well. And once we have done this, let's import the library of time ago. So here I can simply say import time ago, and here I can simply import it as time ago, alright, time ago. So once we have done this, I can simply refer the following thing to let test message time. Cool. So now I can simply come down to my method, and here I can simply say let test message time should be equal to time ago dot format, and under my format I can simply provide time date time, easy thing. And once we have done this, let's notify all the listeners. Format document first. So now we can copy the following name of my entire time, and come up here and simply paste it here. But here it will be taking a document snapshot dot data, and from this I can simply provide here a time of the particular document snapshot. So once the following thing is done, we can simply come down to our trailing widget where it is. Alright, here it is, and here I can simply have my else block, and under my else block I can simply return, alright, under my else I can simply return a text, and under my text I can simply say get latest time message. Here let's have somewhat styling to it under a form of a text style, and here I can simply have a color of constant colors. Let's have a white color, and here let's have a font size of some small one of 10. Also let's have a font weight of bold. Press Ctrl and S. Easy. So now we can simply do one thing, copy the entire show latest message time from here. Let's remove it from there and paste under our trailing widget. So let's try sending somewhat message to here. So here let's have some more message to it, say hi. Let's send it, and let's go back and check our entire thing. So now what I can do one thing, instead of having document snapshot here, I can simply remove it from here, and instead of that I can simply have snapshot.data.docs.first. From this let's have data for time, easy thing, and here let's have our else statement for a text. So here I can simply say else return a text, and under this I can simply say get latest message time. Let's have somewhat styling to it for a text style, and under this let's have somewhat color of constant colors of white. Let's have somewhat font size of 10. Also let's have a font weight for a bold one. Let's try it out. Alright, so here let's go under this and send a hi. So now we can simply go back, and here if you observe we are simply getting our data of hi, that is 2 minutes ago. Congratulations, we are doing a great thing. We are getting all of our data under a good well state. So now I can simply go under this, and let's try somewhat sticker here. So let's try this cat sticker. Let's go back, and here you can see we have a time here of a moment ago. Congratulations, we have successfully implemented the functionality of a moment ago thing, that is for simply checking up the time of the particular message that was last sent. Alright, so once the following thing is done, let's also add the functionality of simply getting out of the following group, that is after pressing over this nothing is happening for now. So to make this thing happen, we can simply come out of our chat room helper, and here let's go under our messaging for a group messaging helper, and here you may see we are getting all of our show message thing here and etc, but we don't need this. Let's go under our group message, and here if you observe we have our app bar, and under our app bar we have our trailing widget, that is actions, and under actions we have our icon button of logout. So we need to simply log out of the following chat room. So for that purpose we can simply do one thing, create a new method for simply logging out. So for that let's go under our helpers, and at the top create a new method for logging out. So here instead of logging I will be simply carrying out for leaving group. So here I can simply say leave the group, alright, leave the room, it will be more precise. Here let's have our build context to be a context, and after this let's return a show dialog, easy. So under our show dialog let's have our context to be a context. Also let's have our builder under a form of context, and here I can simply say return alert dialog, alright, not alter but alert dialog. Under my alert dialog first of all I shall be having a title. So here under title let's have a text for leave the particular chat room. So for having the name I can simply have a string of the particular chat room. So here I can simply say chat room name. So here I can simply say denote for a chat room name, easy. Let's have somewhat styling to it. So once our styling is done, let's have somewhat actions to it as well. So under our actions we shall be having two different material button, the usual thing, and first of all under our first material button we can simply add an option of no for a navigator.pop, and once we have done this let's have somewhat child to our material button. So here I shall be simply having a child for a text, and here let's have somewhat no, and here let's have somewhat styling for a text style, and under my text style first of all I shall be having a color for constant colors of white one. Let's have somewhat font weight for font weight of bold. Let's have somewhat decoration for text decoration. Here let's have text decoration dot underline. Let's have somewhat decoration color for constant colors of white color. Let's have somewhat font size of 14 as well, easy. And once we have done this, copy the following material button and paste it one more time. But here let's have an else option in capital Y for S, and here I can simply remove the following decoration. So here on pressing over it, we should be able to get back of the following group and also remove our entire data from the database of the particular group, that is collection of the particular group. So for that purpose, I can simply say Firebase Firestore .instance.collection, a collection of all the chat rooms, and here let's have a document, and under my document I can simply say document snapshot ID. So for that purpose we can go at the top, and here let's provide here a document snapshot for a document snapshot. So let's come down here, and here let's have document snapshot.id, and after that let's get the collection of all the members, and after that I can simply say doc of the particular user who is logged in. So for that let's have provider dot off, and under this let's have authentication, and here let's have listen property as well. So here I can simply say listen to false, and after that let's get the user UID, and after that let's delete the particular document. Easy thing. And once the following method shall be completed, let's have when complete phrase, we shall be simply navigated back of the particular chat room. So for that let's have navigator dot push replacement, and under my push replacement we shall be having a root. So here let's have paste transition, and here we shall be requiring a child and a type. So under my child I can simply have the home page. Let's go back to our home page, and after that let's have the type as well. So under type I can simply have page transition type from bottom to up or any sort of thing. So once we have done this, let's try implementing it. Now we can also do one thing, that is instead of having document snapshot.id, I can simply have the room name. So here let's have chat room name, and now we can go up and we don't need the following document snapshot. So let's remove it from here, format document once. So now let's try testing it out. So after pressing over this, honestly we are getting nothing because we haven't assigned the following method. So for that let's go under our group helpers, and here on press option we can simply say provider dot off, and here let's have provider for group messaging helper. Easy. Let's have our context, and also let's have listen property to it. So here let's have listen property to false, and after that let's get the following leave the room thing, and here it will be taking a chat room ID. So here I can simply provide the chat room ID. So for chat room ID we can use the following document snapshot. So here let's have widget dot document snapshot dot id. Easy thing, isn't it? So now let's try it out. So let's get back under the chat rooms, and here after moving over this and after pressing this, alright, we are getting white sheet. We don't need this. We need to simply have the particular background color to it. So let's have background color for constant colors of dark color. Let's try it out one more time. Easy, we are getting our thing, but let's have question mark as well. Something always remains. Also let's increase somewhat font size to 18. Also let's have somewhat color. Let's have constant colors. Alright, let's have color for constant colors of white, not white but red one. Yes, red one. Now let's check it out one more time. So after pressing over this, easy, we can simply leave our Avengers. Alright, we are navigated back. Let's go here. Let's check the following thing, and here you can see we are now prompt to simply join the following Avengers because we are simply get off of Avengers. And here you can see, if you remember this, we are simply getting a one member thing because the following collection of the documents only contain a one member who is Wolverine, not Dungeon Master. So now after pressing over yes, the following counter will be increased, and if I go back and here, if I simply long press over it, we are getting two members of Wolverine and Dungeon Master. Congratulations, we have done a great job. We are now successfully able to leave the following chat room. Alright, just pat your back because we have done a great job. So now once this thing is done, let's create one more functionality so that after long pressing over it, we should be able to see a delete option for the entire group, that a particular admin can delete the entire group. So for that purpose, we can go under the following chat rooms, not messaging. So here under our chat room, we are getting all of our chat rooms. So for that, let's go under definition, and here if you remember, we have our long press option for show chat room details. So here under our chat room details, if we come down, we have our admin, and also we have our circle avatar of the following username, that is somewhere padding here. So I can simply convert my following padding under a row. So once we are done with our padding, I can simply have a material button. Under a following material button, first of all let's have somewhat color. Alright, a color. I am always getting confused with color. So let's have constant colors of red color. After that let's have somewhat child for a text of simply say delete. Let's have somewhat styling to it. And here on pressing over it, now we should be able to simply delete the entire chat room. Also belonging to it all its messages and everything, cause we are admin and we can do everything. So here I can simply say Firebase Firestore .instance.collection, a collection of all the chat rooms. And here we shall be taking up the doc of the particular chat room. So here let's have document snapshot .id, and here I can simply say .delete, easy thing. So now let's test it out. But we can also do one thing, that is instead of having this here, we can simply return an alert dialog so that the user shall be able to more precisely decide whether to delete the following chat room or not. So for that I can simply say return show dialog. It will be taking a context, usual thing. Let's have somewhat builder to it, not somewhat but only builder to it. And under our following context, let's return alert dialog, not alter but alert dialog. And under my alert dialog, first of all I shall be having my actions. Under actions let's have the two material buttons. So I can paste this thing here. So here let's have a material button. Let's have a no option, the usual thing, not no but somewhat child for a text. And here let's have no option. Alright, a no option. Alright, a no option. Also let's have somewhat styling to it for a text style. Let's have somewhat color for constant colors of white. Also let's have font weight of bold. Let's have somewhat decoration, not debug label but decoration for text decoration dot underline. Let's have somewhat decoration color for constant colors of white, easy. And after that we can have our on press property. So here it will be doing nothing but simply navigator dot pop, easy. Also we shall be requiring one more method, so we can paste our following thing here and comment it out. But now we can simply copy our entire material button, paste it here, and here let's have yes. Let's remove the following decoration. Let's have somewhat color of constant colors of red one, and here on pressing over it, instead of navigator.pop, we can simply paste the following thing. Alright, not actions but the following thing. So let's remove it from there and paste it here. But let's remove all of the comments. Format document first, and here I can simply say when the following thing will be completed. We can simply navigator.pop. So here let's have a navigator.pop, easy. So let's try it out. So now let's open it one more time. Alright, we need to simply increase the following height of our entire bottom sheet. But first of all I can simply do one thing, go up, and here under this row let's have main axis alignment for space evenly, easy thing. So let's go at the top where we had our child and let's make it of 3. Let's long press over it, easy if we are getting a wrong thing, but no worries, we can simply go down. And here let's have center as well. But here I can simply do one thing, at my material button have somewhat padding from only for a left, and under left let's have 16:1. Let's try opening it one more time. Alright, let's now enter into it, but simply long press over it. What am I doing? So now on did room thing, we are simply getting our entire alert dialog, but what the fuck I am doing here, man? Cool. So now I can simply do one thing, under my alert dialog here I can be simply having a background color for constant colors of dark color. So now let's go no and open it one more time and delete the following room, but we hadn't had our text, man. So here let's have somewhat title for a text. Under the following text I can simply say delete chat room. Let's have somewhat styling for a text style. So let's press no and open it one more time. So now after long pressing over it and after pressing over delete room, we are getting all of our data. So now what we can simply do one thing, that is simply remove the following padding from here, that is remove the following padding, and here I can simply say if the provider dot off for authentication. Alright, let's have an angular bracket. Here let's have a listen property to false, and here let's get the user ID. If the following user ID shall be equal to document snapshot.data. From this, let's have user UID. If the following thing will be so, I can simply show the entire padding, else we shall be showing nothing. That is simply an entire container. So for the following container, let's have somewhat width. Alright, let's have somewhat width of 0. Also let's have somewhat height of 0. Format document first. So now let's test it out. So let's go over our archery school, and here if I long press over it, here we can't see the following button of delete room because we are not the admin. But if I simply long press over this, we are getting the following delete room thing because we are the admin of the particular group. So here after pressing over this and after pressing over delete room, cool, the following thing will be popped, that is navigator.pop, and here you can't see the following room of Avengers called Avengers are disassembled. I am just kidding. So in this way we have successfully deleted the chat box as well, that is chat room of a particular chat. Poof, we have done a great job for today, man. Congratulations, just pat your back. So I think we should wrap up our tutorial for now. So with that said, I will see you in the next one while implementing some further functionality of our chat rooms. So if you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe. Also please hit that like button for all of my efforts that I am doing. If you have loved this tutorial, please hit that like button. Also comment down something good or bad that you may have felt about this tutorial, and you can also connect me on my Instagram where I will be posting daily updates over all the videos. So with that said, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.